Combos with Ma is available everywhere you listen to podcasts. On iTunes, on Spotify, on Amazon Music, everywhere. I'm even uploading the videos onto YouTube. Again, it's just a podcast. There's no movable pictures. Take us with you when you're driving your car, when you're washing your dishes, scrubbing your feet. It don't matter. We are everywhere that you want to be while listening to podcasts.
Good morning. This is Convos with Ma. I am Bertie Allison, and that's my son over there, Aaron. Welcome to our show. We will be doing stuff that happened on this day in history, August 3rd. Thank you for joining us.
You're so polite. Hello.
Good morning.
You're like trying to, it's like when you walk into a room, you know what you remind me of? Imagine there's a room full of like 10-year-old girls and they're auditioning for a part and they go, next is Bertie Allison. You walk in, you go,
Hello.
Hello, I am Bertie Allison. I will be reading for the
Hello.
part of Angry Polish Girl. Anyway, how you doing, Ma?
I'm doing fine. If it would just cool down a bit, I'd be doing better.
Well, we live in a desert. It is what it is, you know?
Yes, we do.
It is 184 degrees outside.
Yes, it is.
Well, you know, just don't go outside, I guess, is the clue.
I guess.
The tip.
I don't know. You have to make a mad dash for your car and get the air conditioner on. Then when you get to where you're going, you make another mad dash inside there. It's just mad dashing all morning.
Mad dashing. You are a mad dasher. Luckily, you know, you don't have that far to go. You could just, you put on your placard and you got like 18 feet to go.
Yeah, but 9,000 people are using those placards.
Everybody and their mother is disabled. We've
That's right.
discovered this since you've gotten your placard.
Since I got mine, I've never found a place to park.
That's true. It is kind of amazing how many people need help just walking from A to B.
That's true.
Not that you need help, but you know, you just, you know, you get
I
it
need
because
help. I'm 87.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, you're allowed. You can walk.
I can walk.
You can. You know how to put one in front of the other.
I do know how to do that.
All right. Well, just take a bag of ice around with you and let it run down your back.
And I don't mind that I don't get one of those little blue places to park if there was another place close by, but sometimes it's a block.
Yeah. Why is it a block away for?
'Cause it's hot. So I think, well, maybe I don't want to go to this store.
Just stay inside. Yeah.
I'll go find another store.
All right, Mom. Well, you're historical. You're a historical woman, as we'd already established.
I am historical.
And so we're going to
And
do
I'm also hysterical.
You are a historical woman. That's fun to say. So we're doing 10 things that happened on this date, August the 3rd. You want to hear about them real briefly? I'll run them down.
Sure.
We're going to talk about Columbus. We're going to talk about
that guy.
Germany and the war. We're going to talk about the Black Sox. Calvin Coolidge, you know him?
I do.
Did you know him personally?
No, I know, but I know who he is.
Whatever the Kershaw 2 is.
No.
USS Nautilus. The Patco strikes, the NBA, a boat race in Harvard, and lastly, a land for Santa Claus. You know anything about any of that stuff? It all happened today.
No, I don't know anything about that stuff.
All right, cool. Let's start with number one. 1492. What do you know about that year?
1492.
Don't you know the little rhyme?
Columbus sailed the ocean.
There
blue.
it is. And this 1492 on this day, he said, I'm pretty sure India is that way.
Yeah.
Somehow 3 ships and 90 men signed up on August 3rd, 1492. Chris Columbus left the Spanish port of Palos with the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria, convinced he could reach Asia by sailing west. That
we
was
saw one of those ships when we went to see the Little Pebble.
Did we?
From Boston up, yeah.
The Little Pebble. You talk about Plymouth Rock?
Yeah. One of those ships
That's true.
was
It's very
sitting
small.
there. I don't know. It probably wasn't that.
Probably wasn't one of those, but it was.
But it had the name, and it's supposed to have been one of those.
Maybe it was a replica.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly.
I do.
Is this the boat that they changed? They threw all the tea off of?
I don't know, but I know it was parked there by the Little Pebble.
Well, the thing was, talk about flat earthers out there. They discovered that the earth was round way back in the day. And they said, why do we have to go through all of this land to get to India, where all the cool spices are, we'll just go around the other way. That's what they thought.
Yeah, just get a boat.
They had no idea how big it was, though.
True.
That's why they call Indians of North America Indians, because of this, of their mistake. They said, "This is India, right?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm Native American," or whatever they say. And they're like, "Oh, they must be what Indians are." And that's how they got their name, literally.
But didn't somebody named Red beat him to wherever he was going?
Well, yeah, they discovered North America, but he thought he was going to India is the point.
Oh.
He wasn't trying to discover a new land. He was trying, and he goes like, "Oh, this is the wrong spot."
He wanted some hot pepper.
He didn't want he wanted some spices. I guess that's true. He wanted some hot pepper. Is that what he said?
That's what I said.
It says, Columbus didn't prove the earth was round. Educated Europeans already knew that. His real mistake was dramatically underestimating the size of the earth.
True.
Is that interesting?
Well,
that happened today?
They had some old ships back in those days, too, so they didn't travel very fast.
They didn't travel very fast. I have no idea how long it takes to ship across the Atlantic Ocean. It's a long way. You're right. How many days did it take, do you think? About one.
No, it probably took at least 3.
Yeah, but think about, do you think when you leave, if you're on a boat with 90 men, actually 90 men over 3 boats, and you're on a boat with 30 men, right? Do you get lonely halfway through? Do you start looking at, Gilberto over there going like, he actually is kind of cute? Do you think they show up homosexual?
I think that you get on a boat for 3 or 4 days with 30 men, you probably want to have lost half of them by the time you get there because they become annoying.
You're getting thrown over the top. So half of them are thrown over and the other half are in love now.
I don't think you look at people who are annoying you with love. I think you think, where can I go to get away from this person?
Yeah. What is that? Are you happy to see me, or is that a navigation in your pocket?
You just jump overboard. I don't know.
All right. So they didn't find India, and that was the discovery of homosexuality.
Was it really?
No. Let's move on. Number 2. Germany declares war on France. And on this day in 1914, you know about this?
No.
1914, yes. It says on August 3rd, 1914, Germany declared war on France, and a single declaration between two countries detonated a chain of pre-existing alliances that pulled nearly every major European power into the fight within days. This was World War I. Nations that expected a short campaign instead fumbled into 4 years of trench warfare, millions of deaths, and completely a transformed world.
Was everyone in the world in this battle?
Well, the Europeans get to call it that. And so that's the World War.
How could it be a world war?
Listen, man, we have a thing called the World Series here where only Americans really play it.
Well, that's true.
Just so.
But the whole world's watching.
Yeah, but
so maybe that's what it was.
We
couldn't have been watching in 1914. We didn't have TVs and all that kind of stuff.
Nobody's watching.
So,
if your world is very small, you could say this is affecting the world.
My world.
Right? Yeah, it's your world, but that's what the World War II was.
Yeah.
Kaiser Wilhelm II of Germany and King George V of Britain were first cousins. Did you know that?
Oh, that's why they had war.
World War I was often been described only half jokingly as history's deadliest family argument.
Yes, that's what it sounds like to me.
It's interesting because World War I and World War II are only a couple decades apart.
True.
14 and 34, right?
Right.
Something like that. So it's like, it's interesting to think about because the Germans started both of them.
True. And then in World War II, they probably would have won, but they ran out of gas.
You know what it was? Have you ever hung out with anybody from Spain? They're quite annoying.
I don't know if I have.
You know how
not.
smelly a French man is? Gross.
No, I don't. I've been to Paris.
Do you know what deodorant is, Parisian man? Please.
They like smelling that way, though.
They're like, you smell like camembert.
They think it's sexy.
Like pheromones.
Right.
They're like sniffing each other's asses going like, ripe.
I don't know if they're doing that or not.
Well, ripe is good in this case. Anyway, that happened on this day in 1914, the beginning of World War I. It doesn't seem, I mean, it's literally, let's do the math, 112 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. Are we on the verge of the Third World War, Mom?
We're on the verge of something.
We're always on the verge of something. I don't think there's going to be a Third World War. Too many drones in the sky.
Yeah.
You can have a war with somebody and be like in a bunker in Idaho.
Well, we just have to hope in the next couple of years that something happens, then we can get somebody new to
Something?
rule
Define
the world.
something. What do you mean something happens?
Well, no, I don't want to sound crude, so I won't say that.
All right. Well, you don't have to say anything.
Well, okay.
Do you want to say something?
No, I just think that
Go ahead.
people who want to be in power, maybe somebody should cut their power a little bit. But
That's the most conservative way of saying that. You know what? I think you should have your power cut.
that's right.
That's pretty good. I like
You
that.
should cut your power.
Those people in power should have their power cut. There's a T-shirt for you, huh?
Right.
Let's move on, Mom. Number 3, 1921. What were you doing in 1921? Nothing, huh?
I wasn't doing anything.
You weren't around yet.
Not yet.
The Black Sox, you know about those people?
Well, they a baseball team?
No, well, not really. They were referred to as the Black Sox because of what they did. I'll read it to you. On this day in 1921, baseball commissioner Kennesaw Mountain Landis used his newly created unilateral authority over the sport to permanently ban 8 members of the Chicago White Sox for conspiring to throw the 1919 World Series.
Oh, they did those things even back then.
They
huh?
cheated to lose for money.
Wow.
And they were referred to as the Black Sox. They're the White Sox, but they were banned. They were blacklisted from the sport. Hence the name, the Black Sox. Get
Well,
it?
they probably didn't have to cheat very badly because I don't think money was that valuable back then.
Money is always valuable. It's the only thing. How do you buy?
It got more valuable as the years went
Mom,
on.
how are you supposed to buy a pack of cigarettes and a bottle of whiskey if you don't got any money?
Well, back when I was younger, of course, I never bought cigarettes.
We
but
traded in cow tongues.
I think they were like 30-something cents a pack. Now, what, they're $30 a pack?
Well, you know, people always need the money. That's the game we play. We've decided it. We decided we will use this paper that nobody values at all, but we will pretend it does have value, and we will trade it for things.
Yeah, I guess $5 or $50 or $500. Money's money.
If you needed money and you needed it quick, would you throw the World Series?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Well, these guys did. The players had just been acquitted in criminal court, but Landis decided baseball's reputation mattered more than the jury's verdict, so the jury said they did not.
So when they played, they had to wear black socks.
They didn't have to wear anything because they couldn't play anymore. They
Okay.
didn't have to wear black
Well,
socks.
then
It
why
wasn't
the
like they
Black
were being
Sox?
punished because they were on the Chicago White Sox and they were blackballed from the league.
Oh, they didn't say black ball. They said black socks.
Do you have any idea what you're saying right now?
I'm saying that I thought maybe because they were being punished, the whole world would know because when they ran out on the field, their socks
It's
were
like
black.
a red A for adulterer on the
Right.
chest. I see. No, this has nothing to do with being punished. Where's your black socks at? Put them on, you cheater. No, they weren't doing that. Shoeless Joe Jackson batted 375 in the series. He supposedly helped throw. That's pretty good. Arguably making him history's least convincing point shaver. So he was kicked out of baseball, batted almost 400 in the World Series. How does that make sense?
I don't know.
So the jury said, no, they didn't cheat. But this one guy said, I don't like him anyway. Banned for life.
Right. Okay.
That's not very nice, right?
Yeah, well, he needed his power cut a little.
He needed his power cut. Well, he cut not only, his power was on full force. He was plugged into 2 outlets.
I guess.
A lot of power. Anyway, gambling and baseball have always had an awkward relationship. It's like your buddy who insists he's only betting for fun. Think about, Pete Rose. That guy had more hits than anybody, should be one of the greatest baseball players and still not in the Hall of Fame because he gambled on baseball.
He wore some black socks.
He wore black underwear. He was like, these are my lucky underwear. They're off. They're actually kind of like navy blue. Anyways, move on, Mom. Do you know who Calvin Coolidge is?
I think so.
He was a president.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, he was. He became president on this day in 1923. Why on this day?
Well, maybe the other person died or something.
Exactly right. Good job, Bertie May. After President Warren G. Harding died unexpectedly, Vice President Calvin Coolidge was awakened at his family's Vermont home in the middle of the night at 2:47 a.m. on August 3rd. This day, his father, a local notary public, administered the presidential oath by the light of a kerosene lamp, one of the most unusual inaugurations in American history.
Oh, cool.
By lamp.
By lamp. A lot of things were done by lamp
Everything was done by lamp back
many
then.
years ago.
Let's not pretend like, we had a bunch of lights hanging around and we'll grab the lamp for authenticating this process. It's just, that's what everybody had was a lamp.
We had a lot of those kerosene lamps when the storms came. Those lamps got lit.
Yeah, because you don't need electricity.
Because we didn't have any electricity.
That's how lamps work, Ma.
Yeah. Well, not anymore. Anymore, you can they don't put the kerosene in them, I don't think. They just have a candle in there.
They don't even have a candle. I think they just have a battery-powered light that looks like a candle.
Right.
Yeah. But they did it by candlelight. No, it might be like kerosene. I mean, imagine becoming president before you even had your morning coffee.
Oh, that would be exciting.
Would it be?
Wait a minute, let me wake up.
Yeah, we have a cup over there that says, don't talk to me, and progressively goes down to when the cup is empty, saying, you can speak now.
Right.
This is, a coffee house. This is a caffeinated world we live in.
I don't know that coffee was in such a demand back in those days, though, like it is now.
Yeah, back then they just stuffed like 4 or 5 coffee beans in the butt, and then you through osmosis extracted the caffeine without actually having to drink it. That's what they did. They did that by kerosene, though.
I think you woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning.
I think it's a 6 morning. Good job, Calvin. Became president without having to be voted in. Moving on, Mom. Let's go ahead and take a small break. I would like to talk about something after this. So we are also, starting this back up. We took a little bit of time off because of it's getting hot. We had some things to do, and now we're doing it 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We don't have any advertising as of right now. We should be getting that back in pretty soon if you're interested in that. But as of right now, we are an audio-only podcast. Remember the days when you drove your car down the road and you just turned on the radio, or you put on the stereo in your house and you did your vacuuming and stuff? We don't need to be looking at a screen all the time. Why are podcasts suddenly filled with talking heads? You can't do anything without a screen in your life. Take the screen out of your life, turn on the podcast, push play, get in your car, to go for a walk, go to the gym, and take us with you. We have 3 episodes a week, about 40 minutes each, and we have an interesting conversation between the two of us. Wouldn't you agree, Mom?
Yeah, fold your clothes while you listen.
Fold your clothes. You're on iTunes. We're on Spotify, Amazon, everywhere. There were 20 places, actually. I can't remember all of them. And also on Substack, you can go there and read some of the show notes if you want to follow along there. Follow us at convoswithma.com at Substack.
Okay.
Good job, Ma.
Good job.
Ooh. Welcome back to the show. You like that transition?
Yes.
I'm sure you do. All right, let's move on, man. 1936, the Kershaw 2 firestorm? You know anything about that? That happened today.
No, I wasn't quite here yet.
August 3rd, 1936, a wildfire outran a train packed with residents fleeing the Russian village of Kershaw 2, trapping them as the fire overtook the tracks. The fire was moving faster than a train, Mom.
In the train.
More than 1,000 people did not make it out of that, making one of the deadliest wildfires ever recorded.
Well, back then, the trains ran on who could throw
Very
the
slow.
coal in there
Yeah.
fastest.
Well, if the fire's already on the train, just let
Dipping it out and throwing it in.
That's true. Back then, trains weren't. I don't have no idea how fast a train would be in 1936. Despite a staggering death toll, the disaster remains entirely unknown outside of Russia. Nobody really knows about it. A genuine mystery of collective memory worth digging into on its own. the fact that the flames outran the train is quite remarkable.
I think these days, though, that I've seen where the flames have outrun some cars.
Well, that's because there's fat people in it.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's weighing them down. It's like the car can't go as fast as you know, when you have 4 people in there that are all on Ozempic, it's tough to get to high speeds. You know what I mean?
Well, all right. Could be that people are lazy to cut the grass that's around their property. So
if the world was filled with like Fred Flintstone feet run cars, I mean, we'd be a big traffic jam.
You'd be moving mighty fast.
I think very slow. I think people are like, can't feel my legs, you know?
True.
Anyway, Soviet-era information control likely played a role in how little documentation survives, meaning like, you know, this was behind the Iron Curtain, the Red Curtain, whatever they called it. It's interesting that this was in 1936, once again. So World War II.
Yes, 3 years before me.
Yeah, you were born at the end of World War II. They go, okay, everybody stop fighting. We got this new girl showing up.
That's true.
Is that true? Is that really a fact? All right, Ma. Yeah, no questions, no interest in this?
No, I don't know much about that.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're talking about it.
Oh, okay. To inform
I'm not
me?
expecting you to, like, you know, give a dissertation on
Let
this.
me inform you.
All right, well, we'll move on, Mom. You don't want to talk about a burning train?
No, I don't like burning things.
You don't like burning things?
No.
Well, take the cigarette out of your mouth then.
It's kind of sad.
It is sad. It is life, though. Right?
It is.
All right. Wait, we hit the right thing?
You said what?
All right, there it is.
What did you say?
Is that a good
What
one?
did you say?
All right, cool. So you didn't like that, Bertie May didn't like that. Let's move on to the next topic. How about number 6? Do you know anything about the USS Nautilus and the North Pole?
That's where Santa is, isn't it?
North Pole it is. 1958, the nuclear submarine USS Nautilus became the first vessel to travel beneath the North Pole.
They were looking for Santa's workshop.
Well, they're sealed under Arctic ice for the entire crossing with no way to surface if anything went wrong. It was a Cold War triumph that showcased American technology without firing a single shot. They literally traveled under the entire piece of ice.
Oh, well, there's in San Francisco, you can travel under the water.
Now, yeah, I know that, Mom, but it's the North Pole.
Well, I'm
It's
sure they
massive.
had something covering them to protect them from the ice as they're going through there.
They're in a submarine.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, it's called water. They're underwater, Mom.
they're under ice.
And water.
Okay.
You can't travel through ice unless you're frozen.
I don't know. I've seen ships going through ice and cracking the ice away as they go.
Icebergs, but not the whole fucking North Pole, Ma. It's
Okay.
massive. Do you have any idea how big this
Santa
is?
travels through that.
It's just ridiculous. It's funny that we have a Santa story, but I mean, for me, I always thought maybe it's the South Pole. There's a little bit of land down there and surrounded by ice, but maybe I'm wrong. I did know that one of the poles is just ice. Like if we had global warming to an extent that it would melt the ice packs, there would be nothing. It would just be big open water. The North Pole is no land. It's just ice.
Okay.
It's like an ice cube floating up there. That's all it is. There's no land it's stuck to.
Do people go there?
Yeah, to study ice.
Okay. So time for iced tea.
It's just like, they're like it's fucking cold. They're up there. But maybe you don't, your geography isn't that great.
I
have to
know.
say. You understand
not my
how
favorite
big.
thing.
It's like traveling under a giant country, like Australia-sized piece of ice.
Oh, okay.
There's no way to get up over it. If you fuck up, you can't just surface and you're just down there. It's over. Your life's over.
You're just under ice. Okay.
Is this not interesting to you? I mean, this is an amazing feat of technology.
I agree. I agree.
You just want to talk about Santa Claus. Did you wave to Santa as you went by?
Yeah.
No, Santa's.
Did you find the workshop?
That's amazing. Did you think that Santa was in the North Pole growing up?
Yeah.
You did. So the lie, they perpetuated a lie to where he lives, huh?
True.
I knew there wasn't a Santa. Pretty young. I just didn't want to break it to you guys that I already knew that. Because you kept going, this one's from Santa. And I'm just like in my head, I'm just rolling my eyes going, okay, thanks, Santa. I remember that quite vividly.
But you were happy to have it.
I'm not saying I wasn't happy. I just perpetuated the myth on your behalf. I did that for you.
And the Easter Bunny?
Because nobody wants to see a little 4-year-old kid going like, there's no fucking Santa, you know? So I did that for you.
When you got up in the morning on Easter and found the carrot bit in half, you didn't think that was the Easter Bunny?
I don't even remember that. But no, I don't know why. I just was like, I did the math immediately. I was like, how does the whole Earth? My geography is amazing. I know how big the North Pole is, put it that way. And for him to go around the whole planet, there's even cultures that don't even believe in Christianity. He's stopping there too. The fuck out of here. It's so dumb.
Okay. Geography is not one of my
All right,
fortes.
but Santa Claus apparently is. All right, let's move on then. I'll have to change the topics next time because a lot of these you're just like, I don't care.
Well, those are way before my time.
Well, we have. I've found things that were interesting to me, and I apologize because I don't think they're that interesting to you.
I think
the submarine going underneath the giant ice was like, wow, for me.
Yeah, that's amazing, I guess.
The fire in the train, I was like, that's kind of amazing.
I liked the fire in the train.
You like the fire in the train? It's not a movie, dude. But anyway, I'm going to give you another one that you may not like about. This happened in 1981. You know what PATCO is? The PATCO?
Petco, where you take your dogs for shots.
Where you watch the Padres play? No,
that's
not
it.
it.
Padres play.
In 1981, on this day, thousands of American air traffic controllers walked off the job seeking better pay and working conditions. President Ronald Reagan declared the strike illegal and fired more than 11,000 workers who refused to return. You remember that?
I remember something about that, yeah.
A decision still cited today as turning point that weakened private sector unions' willingness to strike for decades afterwards. He fired them all.
What year was that?
This was 1981. Because you can't fly planes without air traffic controllers.
This is true.
You can't just take off and hope for the best. Not when there's 180 people sitting behind you.
True.
So he fired them all for striking because they said it was, yet they're paying them no money. Well, they're paying some money, but not enough. So you're not allowed to strike. Our country is built on the shoulders of people fighting people with too much power, as you called it earlier, and saying, look, we're not going to work until you pay us a decent wage. You obviously have millions of dollars in your accounts. Give us a percentage of it, please. And that's how this country was kind of built upon. This is how the workforce, you'd be able to strike. I know you're not a big fan of strikes, but that's how, the labor unions of old made a little bit of more money for themselves until they got so rich that they just moved all these factories to Mexico or India or wherever they are now. But so Reagan, the president of the country, fired them all because they wanted more money, which just feels very un-American.
Oh, well, I don't think that's un-American that you would want to earn more. I think what happens...
No, un-American is fired them for...
Oh, yeah, that was un-American. But I think even though I'm not a union person, I think that with all the money that the government piles up into the corner, that they should try to keep the American people happy and give them a little bit more.
Well, you would think so. I mean, but people, the Amazon workers are not making any money. They're peeing in buckets or whatever, so they don't go to the bathroom.
That's their boss's fault. That's not the
Bezos is an American.
big guy's fault. Yeah,
It's not.
and he has money in his pocket that he could give. These are people who are greedy.
Yes.
They want all the money for themselves, but yet they want somebody to do the work for them. They're lazy, greedy people.
Ooh, who is exactly?
All those rich people.
You think the billionaires are?
Yeah, they're kicking back with their feet up and demanding someone else do their work for them.
They're not kicking back, dude. They're building rockets and going, I'm going to go to space today.
No, they're not building the rocket. They're just standing there while someone else is building it.
That's right. That's the Bill Burr joke about the guy from Apple. It's like everybody worships this guy from Apple, and he just probably walked in the room and said, I want all of my songs on this little box.
Right.
Get on it. And then he walks out by himself like he's Jesus Christ.
Like he's done some work for the day.
It's kind of amazing, though, that a president, not the owner of the air traffic controllers or the airline or whoever's in charge of it all, the president said, you're all fired.
I didn't know the president could fire anybody.
Ronald Reagan declared the strike illegal and said if they didn't return, they were fired. The president of the United States did that.
He can't even fire somebody that's in the White House because he didn't put them there. The people put them there.
No, I don't think that's true. You can fire people. Trump's fired how many people? You fired. He likes saying it. You're fired, and then he gets a new guy in.
I don't think he fires them. I think he just removes them from that.
What the hell is the difference between
and sticks them in another when they're still there working?
I'm going to listen. You no longer can be a cab driver. I'm going to remove you from the car. Stand on the side of the road now. You're fired.
So they go get another cab.
I like that you think that removing someone from a job is different than being fired.
I think when you fire someone, that means they're out of the company completely. What Trump does is he removes them from this position because they're not doing his will, and they're putting him in another position where he thinks that he's beat them down now. They're going to change their way of looking at things.
Yeah, but what you fail to maybe consider is the pay is not the same.
Probably not.
Probably. So here's a job where you're making $400,000 a year, and I'm going to remove you from this job into a job that makes $40,000. How long are you going to stay at that job?
I don't think that ever happens.
Well, I'm just as an example.
I think if they're making $400,000 and he removes them to another job, they're now making probably $300,000. So they're not starving.
Disagree. Sorry, Mom. They're not starving. $40,000, you wouldn't starve either, but you wouldn't keep that job. You'd move on with your life. Is my point.
I don't know.
You wouldn't just stay there going, I guess I only get $40,000 now. No, you would move on. You get another job. You've been removed from that one. Time for a new job.
Well, I think if he moved me from the job of kissing his feet
is
to
that a job
where I don't have to kiss his feet, I would think, okay.
Imagine that.
I'm happy.
Just thinking about that job interview. So how many times a day am I kissing your feet?
Yeah. How many dollars is that?
And that's any days off?
Yeah.
So 6 times a day, 1 day off.
A month vacation.
Do I have to comment on the feet? Yes, you have to say they're the greatest feet ever. Best feet. Smells great.
Oh, they come in on his feet all the time. Oh, look, his feet are swollen.
I think his ankles are swollen. Let's move on, Mom. Number 8. Do you know anything about the NBA?
Basketball?
It is basketball, yes.
A little bit.
It was founded on this day in 1949.
Oh, really?
It's 26, let's see, 51.
I was 10 years old.
This is going to be the 77th year of the NBA that's approaching us.
That's right, because I'm 87.
It's not as old as the other leagues, though, huh?
I don't know.
Baseball started it's over 100 years.
Oh, yeah.
European football, they've been playing each other for 150 years.
How did they discover basketball?
Well, it was invented by Naismith. I don't know why I know that.
They already had the basketball?
He made a game up. He goes, this is a hoop at this height, and there'll be another hoop on the other side. Yeah, and they made the rules up.
Now let's make a ball.
How does any game get made?
I don't know. I was asking, did they already have the ball and they didn't know what to do with it, so they made a game?
No, I don't think the basket. It's not a chicken and the egg thing. It wasn't like this ball. What kind of game can we make with this ball?
That's right.
No, I think they made the game and
then they made the ball.
I'll read it to you. 2 struggling basketball leagues merged, so they were already playing basketball, to create the National Basketball Association. At the time, professional basketball lagged far behind baseball, boxing, and horse racing in popularity. Ironically, boxing and horse racing were the 2 most popular sporting events in the mid-centuries.
Yes.
And they're not anymore at all.
I can remember when I was very little that my dad, he never missed a boxing match because that was very popular.
Pugilists, yeah, man. Mano a mano, toe to toe. Let's go. See who's the best person.
So, and then even wrestling was really popular when I was a younger
but that's not a sport.
Person. Well, it is in a way.
Theater. It's like a soap opera with, stunts.
And then now you don't have much of that anymore except this where they beat each other up trying to kill each other kind of boxing. I don't know what that is, but that's cruel.
You talking about the
stuff.
MMA?
Yeah. That's
Did you know there's less
cruelty to humans?
Wait a minute. There's less like brain injuries in MMA than in boxing.
What are all the other injuries, though?
Well, your knee, you can, your wrist, whatever. But you think boxing is just continuously beating each other amongst the chest, stomach, and head, where MMA is like sometimes you choke them out.
Yeah,
you're not just beating them on the head over and over like a boxing match would
I've
be.
seen them. It's very cruel.
It's not. It's less cruel than boxing, is my point.
Well, they're both very cruel.
Well, it's not as popular as the NBA or anything.
And no wonder we get out in the streets and try to kill each other.
Because of the MMA? What do you say?
Because of boxing.
Because boxing exists? That's why we're out there?
Yeah.
People were trying to kill each other before boxing existed, Mom. That's why they made boxing. They're like, what if we took these two guys in the corner of the 7-Eleven parking lot and put them in a ring with some little gloves on their hands? That's
And
how
let
that began.
people watch them kill
We'll
each other.
watch them. We'll pay. We'll have the cops around and we'll say, listen, you can't jump in, cops. This is a legal activity.
This is illegal, killing each other.
This is why boxing existed, because they were already fighting.
That's true.
And they said,
People already fight.
they said, no, Cletus, no biting, right?
The world is evil.
It's not evil. You're just a woman. I'm sorry. I mean, I know I'm not trying to be sexist, but you're like, why are these men enjoying it? To beat up amongst these, it's like the competition and aggression and it's fun. If you can imagine that.
So beating up somebody's fun?
And getting beaten is fun. The competition of it is fun. No one wants to die. We're not trying to hurt each other. But the act of like competing in an aggressive manner where you're sweating and maybe even bleeding a little bit, it's kind of fun. Sorry.
Well, I don't
Doesn't
see
make it
that as
evil.
fun.
It's an evil place. Look at those boys throwing that ball around, tackling each other. So evil. Come on, man. What are you saying?
When I saw you guys doing that, I would yell, stop that.
And well, we all went like, oh, okay. No, we did not. Moving on. Do you know much about boat racing, Ma?
Not really.
1852. Know about that? You weren't around yet.
Oh, 1852.
You ain't that historical,
They
are
had
you?
boat racing?
It was the first Harvard-Yale boat race on August the 3rd, 1852. Harvard and Yale competed in America's first intercollegiate sporting event on New Hampshire's Lake Winnipesaukee.
Oh, wow.
You know that? This race wasn't organized by the schools at all. It was arranged, trophy, and free travel included by a railroad company looking to draw tourists to the area. College Sports America began, appropriately enough, as a marketing stunt.
Well, nobody was getting hurt. They were just out there struggling and having fun.
I heard you guys have the fastest boat races. I think our guys do. Let's get together and find out.
That's right.
That's competition.
That's right.
And afterwards, they punched each other. That's part of it, too.
So that's how people figured out how to make money, is they put those two boats out there with these young boys on them and girls.
No girls, only young
trying
boys.
to race these, and then they stood out on the corner and sold tickets to
I
watch
like the way
them.
you were trying to be modern day, you were just trying to be a little woke there. And girls. No, there were no girls in these boats. These were men.
Well, they won't hurt anybody's feelings.
There's nothing wrong with them. No, I say it's nothing wrong with women in a boat. I'm just saying, with being historically accurate, there wasn't like a lady in there in the third position of the boat.
I watch Survivor. There's some tough ladies
There are
out
lots
there.
of tough ladies. I do not disagree with that. I'm just saying, you just
I
can't,
am not one of them.
you can't place a lady in the coccyx of the boat. Sorry.
Okay.
Pun intended. Interesting. It is true, though. You're right. I mean, like, let's create a spectacle around something in an area I want people to know about. I have my new restaurant, and I want people to come to my restaurant and partake in my new restaurant. But instead of just saying we have the greatest food, we're going to get a couple of pit bull dogs and fight them in the front of it. And have people come along, and maybe while they're there, they get hungry.
Rooster fights. So back in those days when they had those events you're talking about, it was Harvard and Yale.
Yeah.
So none of those funds went to those colleges. They just went to whoever the guy was that thought it up in his head. This is the way to make money.
According to the copy I have here, it has nothing to do with paying schools. It had nothing to do with the schools. It just happened to be boys from Harvard against boys from Yale. It wasn't Harvard University versus Yale University. It was those boys against those boys. We'll pay for you. We'll put you in a hotel room, and we'll get like 500 people around to watch it. And while they're watching it, we're going to make sure they stay in our hotels and eat at our restaurants and just discover our town in general.
But in a sense, it was Harvard against Yale.
Yeah, but not officially.
So
it wasn't Harvard University. Like there wasn't like the chancellor going like.
I'm sure those boys in those boats looked at it that way. We're Yale, you're Harvard. We're going to beat your ass.
Yeah, but not in an official capacitation. You understand?
I understand.
It's like, boys from El Centro against boys from Brawley. Now, we have a thing called a football game where they wear the EC and the B or whatever on their chest, and it's an official. But after the game, when people gather in the desert after their 12-pack of Natty Light.
To beat each other up.
That's an unofficial. It's still the same boys.
Still Brawley and El Centro.
Yeah, but it's unofficial now.
Well, it's kind of different now. There's so many more schools. But back when I went to Brawley, El Centro was our enemy.
Yes, exactly. But that was an unofficial rivalry.
Why is that?
Why is what? El Centro?
Why is it that you're playing another school, kids your age, kids that are struggling
it's
just
not
like
the
you
school.
are?
It's not like I hate your school.
It becomes an enemy thing. I don't get
You know what,
that.
Mom? You don't want those boys fucking your girls. That's what it is.
Oh, well, you just...
Those are our women. And then the women go like, but they're cute. Those boys over there are
So
cute.
why are we beating up the boys? And it probably part of the girls' faults too?
Why do two silverback gorillas fight each other? Because there's women around and I want them. This is just, you have to de-evolve your smart brain to just, the basic, things of humanity or just life, animalistic life. And it's like, that's my girls and not yours. And if I beat the fucking shit out of you, maybe you'll go away so I can have those for my own. That's
Back
how
to
it works.
my question.
So
Maybe
that's what
you
I'm
should
doing.
slap those girls around a little bit, because if they're running to El Centro because our El Centro's girls are running to Brawley because they like those boys better, why beat up the boys? Is it their fault?
Well, what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but let's make another analogy. If on one side of the street is a pancake house and the other side of the street is a taco shop, right? And there are girls that work at the taco shop going like, I like pancakes. And they're walking across the street. We're not going to beat up the girls.
Oh, we're going to burn down the pancake
We're going to burn
house.
down the pancake house.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's how it works, Mom. You got it right finally. That's how the world works. Moving on to our last topic, Mom. You talked about Santa Claus.
Yay!
Do you know about Santa Claus Land?
I do. He has a big workshop there and has some little elves that helps him make toys.
No, this is not the North Pole. This is a place called Santa Claus Land. It opened in Santa Claus, Indiana. You know this? Indiana. Thank you very much.
Oh, I do know. And there's also a place just outside of New Orleans that has a big Santa Claus village.
Yes, but let's talk about Santa Claus Land. Now, Santa Claus, Indiana became the world's first theme park devoted entirely to Santa. It was built after tourists kept showing up expecting some kind of Christmas event or attractions or something, and then there was nothing there. It was just a place called Santa Claus. They showed up going, let's go to Santa Claus, and they get there and it's just like, hello, would you like gas in your car? And there was nothing there.
Yeah.
So people kept showing up disappointed. So they're like, well, they keep showing up looking for Santa Claus Land. Let's make one. And that's how that began.
Oh.
They didn't make Santa Claus Land and then name their place Santa Claus. It happened in the reverse order.
That name of the city was Santa Claus?
Yes. Well, the town. Imagine if you had a place called Whoreville and people going like, where are the whores at? And they get showed up and you're like, oh, it's just the name. And there are no whores. You're like, oh, I guess I'll go back to my town, the regular whores I know there. Get it?
Jeez.
You don't like my analogies? I'm just, you see the blank stare of your face right now as I'm telling you about Whoresville. That's how it worked out, Mom. Okay, let's make it more friendlier to you. Okay, what if there was a place called
Elephant Land, and there's no elephants.
Well, Ice Cream Village, I was thinking.
And there's no ice cream.
And you're like, I'm going there. Vanilla Ice Cream Village. Oh my God, I can't wait. And you got there, you got your spoon, you got your like little ladle, you got whatever it is you're going to use to eat all this ice cream. And you show up and they're like, oh, we got a taco shop.
We have no ice cream.
But you're called Vanilla Ice Cream Village. Yeah, that's just our name. Would that be disappointing?
Maybe.
Maybe.
But there's a lot of places now that have names that when you get there, the names have nothing to do with what you might be expecting.
Like what? Go ahead.
Oh, I don't know. Elephant Village. You get there and there's no elephants.
No elephants? Why you call yourself Elephant Village? What the hell?
Yeah.
Well, not as fun as Whoresville, but okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Don't say anyway. You yes and me, motherfucker. You say, oh, really, Whoresville? If I went to Whoresville and there were no whores, I'd be upset.
Well, I don't know why you would be going there in the first place, but that's
because they're everywhere. I mean, I can't spit in the wind without hitting one.
So that's what you go there for?
If it was called Whoresville and I went looking for whores, yes. Mom, listen, sometimes you just want to have a drink and a night with a whore because the next day you don't want to go like, no, I don't want to meet your fucking mom, You just want them to get up and go like, all right, see you later. And then walk out and you're like, man, that's a good whore.
That's gross.
You just wanted them to say like, that was fun. Now get out. And they're like, I'm already got my bag in my pocket.
Get out. I get the next strange person coming in.
All right. Well, no, we're not doing that. We're not prostitutes.
Oh.
Listen.
Pretty much the same.
Don't insult the whores, okay? Whores aren't prostitutes. They're just whores.
Oh, they don't charge?
No. They're just for the fun of the game.
Oh, okay.
They're just like getting a leg up because it's neato.
All right, let's get back to Santa.
Well, we're not talking about Santa. We're talking about Santa Claus Land. Santa Claus Land.
But they built a Santa's village, so they had to have a Santa.
Yeah, the name was first, and then people kept showing up, and there was no Santa Claus around. And they were like, well, why call yourself that if you're not going to have something? And they're like, you're right. Let's build something. And that's the birth of Santa Claus Land on this day in 1946.
Oh.
Finally.
1946.
Yes. You were around for that.
I was.
How old were you in 1946, Ma?
7.
You need another hand? You're using your fingers over there? Wow. Good job, Bertie May. Well, that's it. That's our 10 topics of the day. I will make sure to be more pop culture and more kind of lighthearted next time. I thought about things I thought were interesting, but, maybe, like you didn't.
I thought Santa Village was okay, but you're telling me there was no village there.
It's not even called that. It's called Santa Claus Land.
There is a place called Santa Village.
Yeah, but that's not in my stories here.
Oh.
So let me just recap.
Probably because Santa Village didn't happen on August 3rd.
This is my mistake. I think I like what we're talking about. It's fun for me, but it's just funny looking at you like going like, and what do you want me to say about this dumb shit? That's been your face the whole time. We had Columbus. We had a war declaration. We had the baseball banning. We had the death of a president. We had a fire that was faster than a train. We had a subway, a boat under the ice. We had striking air traffic controllers. We had the foundation of a basketball league. We had a boat race, and we had Santa Claus Land. Now, looking back on it,
a lot of unhappy events.
It's a lot of bullshit for you. I acknowledge it.
We want happiness, more happiness, more happiness.
And just more bizarre events or more things involving, I don't know. What do you want to talk about?
Oh, I don't mind talking about all the things you talked about, but
you just were like, yeah, it's like, I've seen boats and ice. What the fuck do you want me to say?
I've seen boats under ice. What's the big deal?
Dude, your face was like, every time I was bringing it up, you're like, and what do you want to say?
They're in a submarine. They're safe.
Yeah, he found the place and they thought it was India, and he wanted a spicy pepper.
And he wanted some pepper.
All right. Well, that's it, Ma. We'll do Nope, that's not the right button.
That was the right button.
I got too many buttons here. See, it's that button. We got a few buttons over here. What I'm going to do. That was the short version. You like that one?
I liked that one.
Let's do the long version. So that's Combos with Ma. This is an episode, I don't even know. I think 3, season 2, episode 3. Doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You can find us wherever you listen to podcasts. We'll have a video up on YouTube, but it's not really a video at all. It's just the audio. Yep.
Yep. Have fun, laugh a lot, and we'll see you next time.
Is that our show? Have fun and laugh a lot.
That's right. Laugh at the crazy things that Aaron does and says.
7 Bean Morning, guys. See you later. Bye, Mom.
Bye. Have a cool day. Whew, it's hot.